This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for May 3, 2023. And in the news this evening, taxi driver charged with transporting stolen clothes. A taxi driver who was supposedly hired to transport clothing items was hauled before the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Monday after it was revealed that the items he was carrying were stolen. Troy Thompson, 30, was charged alongside Shanna Campbell for unlawful possession of property. He was also slapped with additional charges of operating a motor vehicle without a driver's license and no insurance coverage. The court was told that Thompson, who has been in custody since January 20, was hired to transport Campbell and her baggage to her house in Kingston. Shortly after arriving, Thompson and Campbell were accosted by police officers and the clothing items were taken from Campbell. They were later arrested and charged. During an unsuccessful bail application for Thompson, his defense attorney told the senior parish judge Lorian Cole Montague that he was obviously transporting the goods as a taxi driver. The lawyer added that Thompson stopped at the gate to let off the passenger, Campbell, and she went into the building with the goods. The lawyer went on to say that Thompson, who had no previous conviction and is not deemed a flight risk since he has no passport, has no case against the unlawful possession of property charge. "I see no nexus why the prosecution brought this case against him," she said. Additionally, the Crown opposed the bill because Thompson does not have a fixed residence, but the attorney countered, stating that she had provided an address to the investigating officer and it was verified. However, after speaking with the IO, it was revealed that the address provided was the home of Thompson's girlfriend, and her father, who owns the property, said that he does not live there, he only comes and goes. Mr. Thompson has been living at this address for 6 years. He is not homeless, the lawyer said. "The problem that I have, counsel, is that an address was furnished. The police went to the address and spoke to the father of his purported girlfriend. The father said no, he does not live here. He will come and go. It is the father who is in charge of the household. And that is why I take guidance not only from what is said by Thompson, but when the police actually go," Cole Montague said. "I understand that it is not in conformity with your instructions, but do you think I am going to just rubbish the assertion of the police who talked to the man?" the judge continued. Thompson was further remanded while Campbell had her bail extended. They were both ordered to return to court on June 1, when the scene of the crime statement is expected to be on file. St. Catherine man accused of attacking nephew in land dispute further remanded. A 72-year-old St. Catherine man accused of beating his nephew during a dispute over land was further remanded when he appeared before the parish court today. Rupert Coburn, a laborer of Trafalgar District in Bogwalk, who is charged with assault occasioning bodily harm, was ordered to return to the St. Catherine Parish Court on May 24. The court was informed that the complainant's condition has worsened. The investigating officer told the court that recent checks revealed that the complainant is scheduled to undergo a surgery for injuries sustained. Senior Parish Court Judge Desiree Elaine then ruled that documents relating to the complainant's condition should be furnished. Allegations are that on April 24, there was a dispute between the complainant and his uncle over a piece of land. It is alleged that Coburn used a piece of wood to hit the complainant on the left side of his head. The injured man was taken to the Linstead Hospital and then to the Kingston Public Hospital, where he remains admitted. Coburn was subsequently arrested and charged. Men charged for brawl at a police station granted bail. 5 of 6 men who allegedly attacked each other with stones, machetes, knives, and ice picks on the compound of the Bogwalk police station have each been granted bail in the sum of $100,000 in the St. Catherine Parish Court. They are charged with assault at common law, disorderly conduct, and being armed with an offensive weapon. The accused are Dale Richards, Michael Edwards, Marvin Gardner, Shamar West, Nicholas Edwards, and Romario Henry. The 6th man, Nicholas Henry, was already on station bail. It is alleged that about 10 a.m. on April 30, the 6 men clashed at the police station, following a 3-vehicle accident along the Linstead bypass. The accused are set to return to court on June 28. Teen among two charged after firearm and ammo seizure in Kingston. A 17-year-old boy is among two arrested and charged after two pistols and several rounds of ammunition were seized on Passenger Avenue in Kingston on April 20. Also charged with the possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition is Jamar Tennant, 20, of Spanish Town Road in the parish. Reports are that about 1 p.m., lawmen conducted a targeted raid on Passenger Avenue. A search was conducted, which yielded two Taurus 9mm pistols along with 29mm rounds of ammunition. The men were subsequently arrested and placed into custody, where they were charged after a question and answer session. Prime Minister to skip coronation of King Charles. Prime Minister Andrew Holness will not be attending the coronation of Charles III, set for Saturday at Westminster Abbey in London. Charles is to be crowned king and his wife Camilla Queen Consort after Charles acceded to the throne in September 2022 following the death of his mother Queen Elizabeth II. Information Minister Robert Morgan confirmed to the news that Governor-General Sir Patrick Allen will represent Jamaica at the event that is expected to be observed by millions globally. Morgan said Holness will not be attending. The news comes amid steps by the Jamaican government to sever ties with the British monarchy, removing Charles III as the island's head of state. Only 2 weeks ago, Jamaica's Constitutional Reform Committee said that it had arrived at a consensus to recommend the abolition of the constitutional monarchy as the form of government and has deliberated on the process by which a president would be selected. Legal and Constitutional Affairs Minister Marlene Malhou-Fort shared that since the committee was formed, it has held 5 meetings. Once we have abolished the monarchy from the makeup of our form of government, it will be replaced by the office of President of the Republic of Jamaica. The President of the Republic of Jamaica is to be a separate office from the head of government of Jamaica, she said during a press conference held at Jamaica House on Friday afternoon. On the matter of selecting the president, Malhou-Fort detailed that the consensus is that it will be on the nomination of the Prime Minister after consultation with the Leader of Opposition to be confirmed in the Parliament. Bunting refuses to sign Integrity Commission's Leadership Code over flawed report. Opposition Senator Peter Bunting says he will not sign the Integrity Commission's Leadership Code of Conduct as he still takes issue with a special report put out last year by the body regarding the issuance of gun permits. The Commission's report cited Bunting, who was National Security Minister between 2012 and 2016, for granting a license to a man whose United States records for drug trafficking were expunged. The other concerned another man who was never charged for that matter. An assault case against him was dismissed and the judge made no orders in another. At the time, Bunting hit back stating that the Commission, in its final report, left out important parts of his submission relating to the role of the Firearm Review Board, which would assist the public in distilling the facts of the cases. Bunting says he maintains this position, which he reiterated in a letter dated today to opposition leader Mark Golding. In a media release, he said that the flawed and misleading information contained in the Commission's report has negatively impacted his reputation. Bunting said he will not sign the document until the report is rectified, arguing that the Integrity Commission omitted the critical fact that he was acting on the recommendations of the Firearm Review Board. He labeled the omission as deliberate and inexcusable. He highlighted that the chairman of the Integrity Commission was serving as the chairman of the Firearm Review Board at the time the report was issued and for much of the period covered by the report. Bunting said until the Commission addresses his concerns, he will continue to limit his interactions with the entity, which includes signing its leadership code. The Commission has been pushing for politicians to sign the code, which was shared months ago. Among other principles, the code commits each leader to honesty, accountability, and openness in fulfilling their public duties. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.